What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Shalom, shalom, shalom. I hope everybody's doing all right. We got our boys, Deep Zone, bringing us in with their remix of Reasons. I hope everybody's doing all right. Give me a one if you can see and hear me okay. I hope everybody had a wonderful, wonderful weekend. All right, what's up to all my moderators? Thank you for hanging out with me today and keeping crazy people out. That's good. Everybody can see and hear me. Thank you. My birthday weekend was nice, very nice. Thank you all for all the wonderful birthday wishes. Never had so many birthday wishes in my life. Thank you. You made a lady feel very, very, very loved. Thank you so much. Me and Rodney, you gonna have to do another. You're gonna have to do a shadow session because you too down for me. You're gonna have to get you out of that Virgo funk. Happy birthday, Tamar. Tomorrow's your birthday. All right. Happy birthday to all the Virgos. I thank you so much, Donna. All right, we let some more people get up in here. Thank you so much, Jeff. All right, we got enough people in here to get this party started. What's going on, everybody? I hope everybody had a wonderful work week. Darling, I have to say I have got so many birthday wishes, and I really love the fact that you all did that. Thank you so much. My birthday weekend was very nice. My daughter had dinner ready for me when I got home from work. She cleaned my house up spectacular, even though my house is not dirty. But you know what I'm saying? It was just I was just shocked. I came in, I'm like, damn, what the hell? You understand? It was nice. They had dinner waiting for me when I came home, and then the next day, actually on my birthday, they ended up doing a breakfast, inviting me to breakfast upstairs at their house, which was really, really nice. And then later on, I went out with friends for a cocktail experience, honey. Y'all, some of these bougie ass places that cost a lot of money. I mean, the cocktails look like science fiction, some shit off of Star Trek, but they were sugary, and after so much sugar, that stuff will get to your stomach a little bit. And then they had some type of chocolate, to some type of truffle explosions. And I'm thinking we gonna get like some food because of how much this shit costs. Honey, they came with a spoon and some little truffle on a spoon and said, "Well, that's it. That's your explosion." One on a fucking spoon, like a dumpling on a spoon, and they was like, "That's it. All of this foo for one fucking spoon or something." I was like, "How much did this shit cost?" $20 for a spoonful of something. I'm like, I know you fucking lying. Everybody, the whole place started busting up laughing. Because I said, I know you fucking lying, man. We spent $20 for a spoonful of fucking food. You gotta be crazy. I'm like, oh hell no, this is not gonna work. Anyway, foo shit. You know what I'm saying? Only so I don't care how much money, if I'm rich or not, that shit would not go over well with nobody. A spoonful of, I invite you over for a fork full of food. Get the fuck out of here. But the drinks that, and then they didn't do any other drinks other than certain drinks you could pick. Now, some of them tasted okay. They tasted like some ice cup shit that you have that your auntie made. She threw some vodka in in an ice cup type mixture and froze it, and then told you to chop it up. It was like a fucking slushy, stuff like that. It was cute, but some of it was just for the look and not necessarily for the taste of a drink. So me being an ex-bartender, it was like, y'all know y'all fucking up, and y'all asked for money in advance. So if people don't like it, it's like, so fucking what? We got your cash now, honey. That foo shit. Be careful when you come to Chicago with going to some of these upscale ass places, cause honey, they a little too upscale for me. I'm like, I could have set up here and bought a bottle of vodka, and we could have set up here and put some what, some damn Alka-Seltzer in a cup and blew on the bottle. That was worth. Okay, I'm sorry. It was just stupid. This was, I like, for all the fog and the smoke and the fire and all that other bullshit. Come on now, I can sit up here and take some smoke and blow it over top of a drink. I mean, it ain't that damn serious, but honey, yeah, they doing a lot out here for some cash these days. But on to why y'all came to see your girl today. And that is, honey, what's going on with America these days? Mr. Biden went over to Vietnam. Y'all had a paw moment in front of everybody on the international stage. Vietnam was like, what the fuck is wrong with him? Honey, he was talking all out the side of his neck, saying all kind of crazy shit. Let's sit up here talking about how they in a third world country, just so busy being such a white supremacist, just don't realize you visiting in somebody else's house. You know, that's like going to somebody black house saying, yeah, you niggas, y'all know how y'all are. What did this dude say? You understand? I mean, he was acting a fool over there in Vietnam. Total mess, to the point that his assistant, I felt like, needed a raise, because she sat up there and said, that's the end of this. That's it. No more questions. The press conference is over. Somebody needed to stop that train wreck, darling. Honestly, the Republicans are sitting over here trying to find a reason to impeach Biden. Honestly, all they have to do is sit up there and say he's unfit to do that, and give these examples of falling down, these type of situations of what he did over in Vietnam, and that's a good enough case to get him impeached right there. They ain't got to do shit with Trump or his son and all that other stuff. That's all they got to do is that, and that alone would do it, honestly. You understand? Like, roll the tapes. We can't have this happening. We can't have the United States represented this way. But, they're going to keep on doing the fool because they're blind. The Most High has blinded them to think that they still got it going on. And speaking of still got it going on, honey, America Karen went over on Bangladesh's porch and sat up there and said, oh, if you want to do business with us, we want to do business with you. We want to have all kinds of, new and improved, little business deals and everything. And then Bangladesh is having some internal issues with, their Indian president. And America Karen called herself saying, well, you all need to fix that situation. And Bangladesh said, bitch, mind your business. You just got on my porch. Mind your motherfucking business. Told her that to her face. American was like, she hit a clutch the pearls moment. Bangladesh was like, we could do business, but what happens inside of India, between Indian countries, ain't got shit to do with you. Shut the fuck up and be quiet while you standing on my porch, American. American ain't never been checked like that. She was like, well, you all are planning on doing business. Us doing business with you ain't got nothing to do with our internal affairs over here in India. Honey, that little female president over there took America Karen by the wig, said, bitch, let me tell you something, honey. Check yourself while you're on my porch. Act right. Act right. You want to play games. America Karen's over in India, and this is the reason why she's over in India. I told you all in the other video that America Karen is causing waves inside the BRICS world. And the reason why she's causing waves inside the BRICS world is because China and India having some issues. Okay? Remember, Apple left China and went where? To India. So India's president is over here trying to warm up well, trying to get all kind of deals going with America Karen. We all know that shit's going to go through south real fast in 2024. I don't know what this Indian president is thinking, but baby, he's trying to get further and further in bed with America Karen. And American is willing to do all of this because she knows this BRICS thing. These new members shook her up a little. They shook the table. So American is over in India's face, trying to get some deals done. But she ran into that brick wall with Bangladesh. Bangladesh said, man, your motherfucking business, bitch. You might be doing a bed trying to do business with us. We like to do business with you, but it's only so far my business you gonna get, ho. And that lady told them that to their face, and it was very blunt. Okay, Mary Karen didn't like that very much, but she's trying to play nice for now. The next area she's trying to go over to is Iran. Iran's got a couple of of her prisoners she wants to get released, and Iran just joined as a BRICS nation, a BRICS member, and she's over there trying to make nice with Iran. So she wants to, give back some of their prisoners for exchange for some of their prisoners and some other perks. You see what America's up to doing? She's trying to get back into the flow. She's trying to get her control back. I don't think it's going to work. I think Iran's just going to get their people back and still double cross that bitch at the end because they are a BRICS nation. But they're trying to do what they can and get what they can out of this situation as much as possible. You're right. Iran hates American. So, right, for her to be doing any kind of negotiation at this time, you wonder, since when? Since when, American? Since you heard that they are now a BRICS nation? See, she's, since they're a BRICS nation, let me try to get in and cause a little ruckus and do my normal confusion 1-2 dance. You understand? Mary Karen is not slick. This is the reason why Xi Jinping didn't want to talk to her. That's the reason why Putin didn't want to talk to her. For what? And then India playing games. People don't want to talk to these folks, okay? So you got to understand there's some problems happening, and Mary Karen is right in the middle of all of this crap happening. So watch that. Watch that side of town for a minute. It's going to get real interesting. And speaking of that side of town, American was at a meeting, y'all, screaming and hollering about little Kim Jong-un and Putin having a little meeting. I told y'all she was hollering and screaming, talking shit, and she don't even know why they meet. But she out there in these streets hollering, putting their business out. Oh, they're over there meeting because they want to get weapons and this and this and that. We'd advise them not to get weapons. There's no other reason why they should be. I mean, the person who was doing the commentating, okay, the representative from America was unhinged. And the reporter was like, there's no evidence that they're talking about weapons. Why else would Putin be over there? Tell you, American is unhinged. Why else would she be over there? He's running out of weapons. That's the reason why he's asking Kim Jong-un for weapons. It was like, there's no evidence that Kim Jong-un was coming over to talk to Putin about weapons. Where did you get that information? Well, there's no other reason why he should be there. And they like, that's all hearsay, American. Where are you getting your information? I just know them better enough to know. Honey, she on national TV just talking all kind of crazy shit, just screaming all over the place. They are doing weapons, and we advise North Korea not to go over there and talk to Putin. First of all, like I told y'all, you can't tell somebody where they can and cannot go. Second of all, Putin and North Korea has been sanctioned so motherfucking much by America. How much more sanctioning can they do? That's like, this bitch can sanction all the fuck she wants to. That's all she can do. So we still gonna have our meeting with Putin and sit down and talk, bro. Okay? They gonna sit down and fucking talk anyway. Whether American is standing over here on the sidelines pulling her motherfucking hair out and shaking her ass and spanking it and screaming and hollering and rolling around doing a Karen shake on the floor. That's what she's doing. And it's embarrassing, y'all. The way that this is a grown man that was supposed to be a spokesperson for America. And he and the reporter was literally doing a reporter's job saying, where are you getting your information from? Well, why else would Putin be over there? I mean, really, he was completely and utterly out of line. I mean, if that was a courtroom, the judge would have been like, defense or prosecutor, get your person together. And no one's even attacking him. Why is he acting like that? You understand what I'm saying? What the fuck is going on with this one? America just looks very unhinged on an international stage, and you got, a senile president. We're looking really bad when it comes down to our standing on an international level. I'm sorry. It just really looks bad. I've never seen such a thing in my entire life, honey. It's really bad. Now, as far as let's see. Now, I told you all about Apple moving into India. That is a real thing. And like I said, America's trying to make these deals, trying to be the next thing moving for India, because India is not happy about what's going on with China. I told y'all, China and India got border problems. China's telling India, this is our land over here, and that's your land, and you can't come over here type shit. And India's like, how the fuck you gonna tell me what the fuck is my land in my continent where I live? They having their issues, and that Indian president is saying, you know what, even though I am want to be a part of BRICS as far as the, trade is concerned, I really don't want to fuck with China. And I understand why he don't want to fuck with China. Anybody with good sense wouldn't want to fuck with China. I told y'all, China's like being in quicksand. Once you in it, you in it. You will never get them off of you. Like, you understand? They like unending fleas or something. That's just how they are. Just politically wise, that's how they are. That's not an area you want to get into. And getting in the bed with a Mary Karen is getting in the bed with a freak who gonna fuck everybody. And you don't know what kind of diseases you gonna come up with fucking around with a Mary Karen. You know what I'm saying? She gonna double cross you, backstab you, sit up there, come up short. You understand? You sit up here and say, we did this business, we signed this deal. She ain't gonna live up to her fucking part of the bargain. I mean, come on. Who wants to get in the bed with a motherfucker you can't trust? But that's what it is. That's how this game is. This is what you're dealing with. Africa's so happy to be at the table at G20. It don't know what to do. But what it needs to do is sit down and gather itself and get itself and its members together to come to that table as a true power member. But because they so new and so green, to this game of gangsters, I don't know how Africa would fare. I really don't. So it is what it is. And strangely enough, a big gigantic storm hit Libya right where all of this, that big coup just happened over there. So I don't know. America, the Most High is doing his thing as always over there. So, like I said, I don't know how we're doing as a country as far as I'm concerned, but our president has had too many moments. I think the last moment that I saw was when he did this award of honor, or some type of big honor award or whatever that this old dude, the old soldier was supposed to have gotten, or a general or something like that. He put the pen on the man, award of honor or whatever, and put it on. He was supposed to stand there for photo shoots, and he was also supposed to say something. After he put the pen on the man, Biden just walked off, and everybody's like, "What the fuck is he doing?" He got some problems, y'all, and that happened before he went to Vietnam. So it's very clear he got a lot of issues going on. If he's doing all of that in front of the camera and they can't stop it or curve it, guess what? Behind the scenes, it's 10 times worse. Behind the scenes is 10 times worse. And as far as I'm concerned, I don't know why is it nobody's prepping his vice president to be seen more, to be handling things more, but they're not doing it. So that lets you know right there, blind, because I would have her handling all my international affairs, literally. But instead, the way she talks makes people want to punch her in the fucking mouth. So Camilla is not a good person to go, deal with either, because she wants to sit up here and push. The way she pushes their agenda is so in your fucking face, it's insulting. So If I was them, I would have had my vice president doing more of the international stuff, but they won't allow that. And I don't know why they won't allow it, but they won't allow it. So clearly she's not as Asian as she thinks she is. She's still having her nigga moment. Okay? But I can't stand her because of the way she comes across condescending, and and it's just the way she pushes their agenda is just too much in your face at all. And it's not because she's a black woman. But that could be her. Honestly, that could be one thing that goes good for her. It's just her delivery sucks. Her delivery sucks. Her way that she walks into the room with the arrogancy that she walks into a room with has nothing to do with being black. She walks into the room with that white supremacist arrogancy, not I want to work with you attitude, not that America wants to join hands and work equally with you. She comes in with an American arrogancy that I'm better than you, even though she is black. Do you understand? And that's the same attitude she gives to even people who look like her. So that's how you know she's not like us. You understand what I'm saying? She's not the one. She does not have the characteristics to be able to, I would have put Michelle Obama. If Michelle Obama was a vice president, she would go perfectly fine. People would talk to her of any race, any group, and talk to her, and she would be able to verbalize and be able to go back and forth with anybody from another country. Kamala, no. It's written all over her face. She a bitch. Bitch written right across her face before she even opened up her mouth. You understand? So I mean, it's just her spirit just speaks. I know I'm not black. I know I'm not a minority as far as she's concerned. It's just something about her that it rubs everybody wrong. You understand? Even when she went to Africa, her trip to Africa went wrong because they told her, they had warned her, we have no interest inside your LGBTQ policy. But she went on ahead and pushed that policy in Africa anyway. And they told her, we don't have that issue here. Don't bring it up, bitch. She chose to bring it up anyway. That tells you all you need to know about Kamala on an international stage. When you are advised to get a job done and you literally just say fuck it and just do what the white person told you to do, you a fucking fool. You're a fucking fool. Even Jill didn't do that. Jill Biden was right over there with her. She didn't do that. You understand? So that's the reason why they was like, you can take your money, you can get the fuck out of here. And that's the reason why this shit went over the way it went over. And by the time she got her ass on a plane, all of those damn African leaders were all over TV, literally blasting her ass. She doesn't do well on the international stage. So now you got to have C now, don't know where the fuck he at half the time, Biden standing on the international stage. It looks bad. It looks really, 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 really bad. So yeah, that's where we at right now. So that's the news for now. As y'all know, this immigrant shit is getting out of hand. A lot of these different states and stuff like that. These sanctuary cities are wishing they had never been sanctuary cities because they getting all these funds. They want to cut certain funds. They want to cut the police funds in New York to be able to help out with the immigrants. Y'all, I'm telling you, this shit finna go really, really, really bad. This shit finna go really, 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 really bad. We already short-staffed on these police forces. Okay? And the sad part about all of this situation is that in these cities, we have some serious problems. I mean, we got people going through just busting people's windows in rich folks' neighborhoods, people who look like they got that money, neighborhoods they would never go into, busting windows, vandalizing, just fucking up people's shit. We got real life demons walking around at nighttime, fucking up people's shit. You understand, here in Chicago. And the police can't do nothing. You in LA, you got people just walking in places, robbing stores, just taking shit and walking out the motherfucking door with it. This is getting worse and worse and worse every year. And no one is joining the police force. No one. Now, at some point during the election year, what you think these folks that's used to having peace in their neighborhoods finna vote in? They finna vote in them prejudiced ass Republicans who finna cut off any kind of aid that's been given to anybody that is poor. That's the first thing they finna fucking do. And them immigrants gonna be shit out of luck. Because if Republicans take over, baby, oh, it's done. It's done. I remember when the helpless people in Chicago would get their stuff thrown away and be treated any kind of way here. Okay? They didn't give them people no help. They would throw their stuff away even when they found places that was dipped off to stay. They used to stay underneath Wacker Drive and stuff like that out of the elements and stuff. They would throw all those people's stuff away, chase them from out of downtown and everything else. These motherfuckers is all in front of all the police stations and things like that. I wish I would have saw the day where black people could be laid up in front of the police station because they didn't have no place to stay. But baby, trust and believe, all of these major cities, these white folks is finna vote in Republicans and get rid of every Democrat that's inside their city. Watch. And it's gonna be, and these Republicans gonna cut off every fucking program known to man that helps any motherfucking body. Because they gonna get rid of this shit. This shit is not finna happen. Okay? So all this money that they finding that they can help outsiders with, I don't understand it. Me personally, I don't get it. I don't know how they doing this. Where's all this fucking money coming from? But they sweeping down, it's not taxpayers' money. Then where the fuck it come from? All them motherfuckers that's inside these political jobs ain't giving their own money. Where's it coming from? It's got to be coming from American taxpayers. Okay? Because that's how they getting paid out of American taxpayers' money. They like you said, they liars. So these people are getting all of this help, but we've had homeless people forever inside of major cities, and they ain't never gave a shit about how them people made it. So we're gonna see how well the Democrats' idea of bringing all these immigrants in is gonna work out for them, because it's not gonna work out for them. You're gonna have triple time, a bunch of people out in the streets, and you're gonna have triple crime because people are gonna get desperate. Because see, Chicago and New York get cold in the motherfucker in the wintertime, baby. Cold in the motherfucker. Okay? And these folks love rubbing their wealth in your face, baby. Trust me. I've lived here in Chicago majority of my entire adult life, and trust me, don't nobody give a fuck here that you poor. Don't nobody give a fuck that you get on the train and you leave from beautiful downtown where you work at and go into a goddamn ghetto to live. Don't nobody give a fuck. Okay? But as of late, they've been getting their ass whipped by the 2/3 and getting fucked up on their side of town for living out loud. But trust me, if the Republicans get their way, they're gonna try to get their old evil ass, police officers and shit back on patrol, the dirty ones that like fucking up black people and anybody minority whenever they get a chance. They gonna try to bring back the old days of them in the rule, and it ain't gonna work out okay for them either. But trust me, they gonna want their law and order back. That's the reason why you gonna end up with Trump right back in office. They gonna want their law and order back because everything done went out of control fucking around with these Democrats. And in these major cities, they gonna lock anybody who ain't got no motherfucking money out. That's where it's going. If you ain't got owning the shit that you in and got a job that can be able to keep you there and keep your property taxes paid to a certain extent, you can forget it. The cities are not going to be a place that regular motherfuckers can stay no more. They already got the plans for, hey, you've seen it over the years of them gentrifying these cities, And they're putting everybody on the outskirts of these cities, and these white folks are getting angry about how the suburbs are being infiltrated and they're moving back into the city. But right now, with all of the crime that's happening right now, a lot of people are just saying fuck the cities altogether and going to other places. So like I said, this is gonna be interesting. None of the stuff that they want to do, like gentrifying the hood and all that other shit, gonna work out right for them. It's not gonna work out the way they want it to. Okay, they want all of us to be out of here. But strangely enough, a lot of us I have gotten their shit together and they can actually afford to stay where they at. That's the shocking part. Because that's the one thing that I've seen here in Chicago is that it's a lot of black folks with money still staying where the hood is, okay, that can afford to do it. You understand? So we're gonna see how it all works out. But anyway, on to the reason why I made this video, and it's called It's All About Love, y'all. And I think a lot of us, the reason why many of us find ourselves depressed and upset about lives have taken turns and are, that's why you're here. I think a lot of us things, the houses, the bills, and also relationships and our relationships with others, friends, family, whatever. You understand? We get caught up in all of that other bullshit, and we don't realize that people's feelings at times, especially when it comes down to love, do fleet and change over time, and some don't. You understand? It's always a mixture of the two. Some people sit up there and say, "Yeah, love has thrown me a couple of bad, balls, and I'm out. I'm tapped out. I'm good. I'm gonna sit on the, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna sit on the sidelines and chill. You know what I'm saying? And then some of us have sat up there and said, you know what? I've been very lucky to find somebody that loves me and helps me out. You know what I'm saying? And things like that. And I think what happens is that many of us get mixed up with lots of things between relationships, friendships, and stuff like that. And we feel like, oh, this shouldn't hurt us, that shouldn't hurt us, these people did this to us, and we get into the blame game and this and that. But you forget that this is an experience here on this planet. The Most High put you on this planet to understand what it is to love, what it is to be Him, what it is to have children and watch them go wayward and still love them in the midst of their waywardness. To know that in their waywardness and the things that they do that are terrible things that they have to pay for, and they have to go through those trials and tribulations of whatever decisions that they choose to do. That's also love of watching your children have to go through that. The love that you may have to punish them at some point as well too, because you love them. Because sometimes when a child learns that they've done something wrong, there's also a lesson in them learning what they've done wrong. Do you understand what I'm saying? A lot of us don't understand this whole entire experience is all about love. It really is. I mean, why do you think in relationships that, especially love relationships, romantic relationships, that you go after love with everything you got? Why do you think that's there? Why do you think you do it? Why you risk everything for it? Why you go after like a moth to a flame, or like a drug addict to a drug? It's a drug to you. As soon as you feel that heart go boom, 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 you're just like, I gotta be around this person. I gotta be around him. I gotta be around her. Why do you think that happens? That happens because that's something your soul remembers from when you were in another place, when you were inside the spirit realm. That overwhelming feeling, and it's something that feels similar to it. So you go after it with everything you are, because when you hear, you don't feel that. That's the one thing that's missing. That's the one thing you yearn every day of your life, is to feel that unconditional, all surrounding you all the time love. And the only time you really come in contact with it sometimes is through romantic love, or how you feel about little teeny tiny babies. You understand what I'm saying? Little teeny tiny babies. And that feeling is something that we're absent. is absent majority of the time we're on this planet. You only get to feel it every once in a while, at special times. And when you finally do feel it, you just, I gotta have it. I need it every day. And when somebody doesn't give it to you, they give it to you and they take it away. It hurts. They give they give it to you, and then they do something adverse to you. It's like, why would you do such a horrible thing to me and hurt my heart like that? I don't understand this. You understand, and you take it so terribly on the inside. Is because from where you're used to being, where your soul came from, that was everywhere. That was like that all the time, all encompassing. Okay? So when you don't have it, or someone denies you of it, it's like a part of you that goes crazy because you need it. So that's the reason why, to a certain extent, we go after it so badly. You understand? And then when we have it with our children, you see that little tiny little face get here. It's like you, the little tiny little feet and little tiny little hands, and they grow up and they start talking to you, and you understand, and you like, look at little daddy, I love you. You know what I'm saying? You having all these silly little feelings, and your heart melts into it. And then when these children grow up and then they do wayward things, they get into wrong shit, and it's like, did I raise this motherfucker? What the fuck is going on? What's wrong with them? That's another love. That's a love of a parent that wants their child to do right, but at the same time, you also understand they have to learn. And sometimes in learning means you have to watch them go through painful things, heartaches, jail, all kinds of things that you can't get them out of trouble. Even though you want to get them out of trouble, you want to take the hits from them, sometimes you cannot. Sometimes you have to sit there and watch, and sometimes it's best, and as a parent, it's best for them to learn. It may hurt like a motherfucker, but at the end, they'll be better for it. Same thing with us when it comes down to our punishment. The Most High didn't want to sit up there and punish all his children like that for 400 years, but he knew at the other end of it, we'd be better for it. So if it's 400 years of punishment, rather than 2,000 years of fucking hell, which one would you choose to do with your child? Let them serve the 400 years. You understand? But it's all about love, because it takes love for a parent to say they need to learn the hard way. As much as this hurts for me to see my child go to jail, as much as this hurts my heart for me to put my child out in the street and let them learn what the world has to give them because they don't want to appreciate what I got to let them go. Do you understand? That hurts. You worry about them every day. Do you don't think the Most High worried about all of us for 400 years? You don't think he knew the terrible things that would happen to us once our enemies got a hold to us? The ones that are jealous, were jealous for how many damn years and thousands of years? Don't you think he worried and he was scared about what would happen to us? But there was, hey, we made our bed, and it did we not? We made our bed. He forewarned us and warned us and warned us and warned us. Even with the situations with the different characters we saw in the different stories. He told David certain things. He told David, don't do this, don't do that, don't do this. David understood the laws of the Most High. He understood them like the back of his motherfucking hand. Most High was literally in David's corner 110%. But David still did shit, did he not? You understand? He understood he wasn't supposed to commit adultery. He knew he wasn't supposed to be coveting after his neighbor's things, but he did it anyway. He knew he wasn't supposed to commit murder, but he did it anyway. And it wasn't because he was inside a war either. He did it because he wanted to, because it was something that he wanted. And the Most High had already talked to him. He understood all the things you understand, but he still did it anyway. And the Most High knew that if he went against him, what was going to come? He wasn't going to be able to agree with him and go along with him with his bullshit. Just like you cannot agree and go along with the shit your children do. All right, just as a parent. So the Most High is no different with us than as a parent of souls than we are with the parent of children of the souls that we're in charge of to bring here and keep and watch over till they're able to go on their own paths. This is all about love, you all. Our whole entire experience here is all about love more than anything else. Friendships, you can love friends forever, and friends will backstab you for whatever reason, out of jealousy, out of coveting things that are yours. And they hurt you bad because you love that friend and you like, this is anything I got you could have had. Why would you do this to me? You understand? But these are lessons you need to understand, because love is a powerful thing. It's very powerful. And it's also very key into how this world is going to change. Because if we don't learn how to love our neighbors, treat our neighbors the way we want to be treated, it's going to be really bad. It's bad for everybody. And it has been bad for everybody because we all about what we're doing, but we don't care how it affects other people. When you love your best friend, you're not going to covet your best friend's shit or their husband or their wife, okay, or their house or their car. You're not going to do any of that because you love them. When you love your child, when they do wrong, you might have to let them go and deal with an unpleasant experience. But you also have to understand, for every action, there's a reaction. And sometimes as a parent, you can't get in the way of that punishment. Because when you do that, it ruins that child. The child will never learn. It will continue and it will get worse. That's the reason why we got in trouble. We got in trouble because we understood the rules. We didn't want to listen. And the Most High was like, I'm not going to sit up here and keep on struggling with them forever. They're going to have to go through this again. And we went through it several times. We went through several exiles and we still didn't get it. We like that wayward child that keeps going to jail. But at some point, you get fucked up in there real, real bad. You find out I ain't going back. And that's where we at right now. We ain't going back. After this run with the Edomites, oh, hell no. We're not going back. We're not doing this shit no more. No, man, no, sir. Gator bait babies and motherfuckers hanging you, cutting out your motherfucking intestines and shit like that, wearing your motherfucking face, wearing your ears and shit. Is that? Oh no, we're not doing that shit no more. Because these Edomites here, the world had never even seen the shit that they were doing to people. The world had never seen that level of barbaric, evil shit ever on earth. Even the Most High said, the way this last punishment here of the Israelites, the world had never even seen this level of crazy. When he brought them motherfuckers from wherever the fuck they came from what far off land they came from, he brought them Christ sick motherfuckers to fuck us up and bring us down. Oh yeah, he was like, no, it don't top no higher than that. These motherfuckers are nuts. And we said, nope, we ain't doing this no more. Raping motherfuckers, doing all kind of shit, raping men. They like, wait a minute, motherfuckers wasn't doing this whole freaky shit. These motherfuckers went to a whole nother level of sick. Having people have sex with their own mamas and shit. We said, no, we're not doing that no more. We're not going down this road no more. This is the last and final exile of the Israelites. Okay? That's why I said, think of how he had to feel. But he's also getting us prepared into different levels and different Some of us are going to rise to different levels and dimensions and go to other planets and do things. And I think the main part of us getting our spirits ready is about love. I think class 101 on getting off of this planet is love. Learning how to love one another is the one way of getting off this planet. You can't get off this planet until you get that together. If you don't get it together, get ready to stay right here, because you can't go to any of the other mansions that the Most High has until you understand that you need to learn how to respect and love one another first. Even the aliens that's been coming here has been telling our federal government that you all don't respect life. That's the reason why don't nobody want to come and fuck with y'all down here. You're a little sick. You understand? We can't talk to you because you don't even got the basics down yet. That's the basics. Don't take shit from somebody else that's not yours. Don't steal, don't kill, don't murder your own kind, okay? That means all the kinds that live on this planet, that's just like you don't do that. That's the reason why they won't interact with us, because we are too barbaric. We don't cherish our lives here and understand just how fragile they are here. We make crazy shit that will affect the planet that we live on and affect us too. Makes no sense. It defeats the purpose. So them looking at us as outsiders that want to come and have a conversation can't have a conversation with a group of people who don't understand how not even to hurt each other. If you can't stop fighting each other, what makes you think you're going to deal with me and I'm something totally fucking different? I'm something outside of your understanding. So if I'm outside of your understanding, your comprehension, and you can't even get along with motherfuckers that look just like you, ain't no way me and you gonna get along. Ain't no way. You understand? So I think that's part of number one of our spiritual enlightenment, is understanding how to love one another. And how the Most High thinks of us, and the reason why all of us are here. All of us are here is because we have to learn how to love. And I think many of us have closed ourselves off because of relationships, because of issues with parents not loving us. You understand the way we needed to be loved. And then we grow up and not understand how to love ourselves, because loving ourselves, somehow this world has taught you, is loving yourself is being able to make your hair look cute in your face and your hands and washing your ass and looking good. That's called loving yourself. No, that's called caring, body care. That's called grooming. You can groom the shit out of yourself and not give a fuck about yourself. That's window dressing. Literally, window dressing. There's many people that I know, makeup, look beautiful, hair laid, clothes on point, and don't give a fuck about themselves. Okay? That's not loving yourself. Loving yourself is literally having a positive conversation about who you are as a person, including your weaknesses, and saying, I'm going to work on those. Okay? Me personally, I have to work on not being so tough on myself. I'm very tough. I'm tough on a lot of people, but I give people a little bit more wiggle room than I give myself. I'm very tough on myself. Very hard. Most Virgo people are hard on themselves. They don't give themselves a break. We don't feel like we deserve much of anything, but we will give you the shirt off our back unless you treat us like shit. And once we find out you're treating us like shit, you can't get a motherfucking thing from us. Not even a drink of water if your ass was in a desert by yourself and I had a water machine all over my motherfucking back. Okay, you wouldn't get a drip. All right, that's how we are. But when it comes down to when we don't know how to say good job to ourselves. We don't know how to say in the mirror, you did well today, and be proud of that and be cool with it, because we are perfectionists, but we don't understand there's no such thing as perfection. However, we come in the spirit realm from a place of perfection, which is the Most High. We've seen it in our spirit. We've seen perfection. We've been in that space. So that's our neighborhood. And when we came here, we're looking for perfection, but this place is not a perfect place. This place is imperfect. And if we can get as close to perfection as possible, we're okay, but yet we're still trying to fix it. Okay? And we have to remember that there's nothing, no one perfect, including ourselves, no matter how much we try to make something perfect. It will never be perfect. Sometimes you have to be cool with just what it is. You understand? And as far as I'm concerned, if you're lucky enough to have a husband or a wife and you all love each other and you are great partners with one another, you're very lucky. There are many people who never get a chance to find lovers and get a chance to find partners. My mother nor my sister found their partners in this life. You understand? But it's okay because some people not meant to find them on this trip. You understand? Some people are found meant to love themselves and find what it is to love themselves. Everybody has different rides on this plane and different classes that they're in taking. It's just that simple. Everybody's got different classes, and this trip may not be a love trip for you. This trip may be deeper than that. You understand? This trip may be that you're going to have to open yourself up to love and care for others. Did you ever think about that? You understand? Some people are meant to be healers, and to be a healer means you have to care about other individuals. You know, especially you nurses and people who actually care for other individuals when they're sick and on their backs and not able to care for themselves. It takes a special kind of person to be able to open up their heart to care for someone who is not in the best health right now or put their own health at risk caring for someone else. You understand? It doesn't mean that every time you come into this life, our way of our perception of what love really is has been miscued by a bunch of motherfucking retarded ass Edomites who have no idea what love is at all, other than money and things are make their situation of love better. Okay? When you think of these Edomites and what they told you love was supposed to be, love is a motherfucker who got a house and a car and a way to be able to take care of me and a fucking bank account that's got at least, 300,000 and 4 different accounts. That's love for me. That's the love that they placed in front of your face. Okay? All this stuff is supposed to make you love somebody. All that stuff is stuff. When you take all of that shit away, what are you left with? Do you actually like this person if they didn't have a dime to their motherfucking name? A penny? They didn't have all the cute clothes and a cute car in the house. Would you still stand with them and love them as they are? And if your answer is hell to the motherfucking no, then you're not in fucking love. You're in love with their shit, not them. Okay? Stuff gets old. You're right. And the Most High told you, put your treasures where rust and dirt cannot get to them. Where are your treasures at? Are your treasures with this shit here? This house was made in 1826. I'm just one of many people that will live in it, okay, until it is demolished. Do you understand? 1826 is when this house was built. There's been many people that lived and slept in this house before I came. And they are gone and moved on to the next. The whole point is that this shit gets old and it deteriorates. And then what? You have a beautiful AG, what is it? AMG Mercedes. Next year they'll be out with another motherfucking kind. Then what? You still gotta pay for your motherfucker you just bought. But then what? It's still here. This shit gets old and you throw it away and it's over with. Back in the day, I used to be in love with what was that? Was it Carl Canal overalls? I wanted those damn jeans and those fucking overalls so fucking bad. No one in their damn right mind wears Carl Canal anything in the year 2023. They don't. Fashion came, fashion went. When I was in grammar school, I wanted Sergio Valente jeans. No one in their right mind is wearing Sergio Valente jeans anymore. There was a Sergio Valente and Vanderbilt. Okay? I'm sorry. No one's wearing those anymore. I was lucky to get a pair of fucking Wranglers. All right? These things get old. No one wants to be bothered with them after a while anymore. Then what? What you got? What you leaning on after that? This is what the Most High wants you to understand. He's like, this is poverty. This is poverty. All of this is poverty. It really is. You got a bunch of Edomites telling you what you need to have. And all of the things that they have will grow old and they grow old. Even your body, baby, will grow old. No matter how much you take care of it, no matter how much you exercise this motherfucker, it's going to start deteriorating over time, darling. I don't give a shit what you do. I don't give a shit how much little strange juices these motherfuckers come up with to keep you fucking all young. At some point, your body's going to say, I can't do no more. So not even your own bodysuit that keeps you here for the time that you're on this planet can hold you here. You got to give it back. Okay? That's the reason why I don't understand why I'm learning not to get caught up in the foolishness the way the Edomites have been caught up in their heaven and their foolishness. Now you're going to have to start raising your vibrations a little bit higher than what you think the world is. Because that's what I'm learning now, is that this world and the things that are in it are all temporary, including your meat suit that you're wearing right now. It's depreciating every year. That's why you think I keep pumping the brakes on birthday. Stop! I've been pumping the brakes since 32. Please stop aging. But hey, it's still happening. I wake up every morning and I feel like I'm standing on knives, going to the bathroom, hurt like a motherfucker. But this body is depreciating every year. And I'm pretty good with taking care of mine. Many people haven't taken care of yours. That's one thing I did notice going to a little event in the park, that a lot of people who I used to see at the club look really bad because drugs and alcohol has taken their toll on them bodies. And people's like, oh my God, you're 51 and you don't look it. And I'm like, and they 50 something and they look older than 51. You understand? It doesn't matter how well you take care of this body, it's temporary. You can't even love this and keep this forever. So what does that say? If you are putting all of your apples in this basket of what is in this life and for a look at me moment for your friends around you, you're not understanding that this whole situation is the main reason of why you're here. It's not for that shit. It's to understand love. Because love has to do with dealing with your neighbors and your friends. Love means dealing with things and understanding things about yourself that you may not be ready to and not always willing to accept. I have loved people and they have not loved me back. I think a lot of us have done that. And it's okay. They didn't have the capacity to love me back. It's okay. I've gotten to a place where I can say it's okay. Do I hate them? Do I walk around with an attitude with them because they did not have the capacity to love me back? My daughter's father didn't have the capacity to love me back. It's okay. You understand? My father didn't have the capacity to love me as a father and take care of me and show me the way how men are supposed to love daughters. You understand what I'm saying? So I can understand what it is to love a man. He didn't have the capacity or the understanding to be able to stay with my mother and show his daughters growing up what to do. You can't be angry because they don't have the capacity to do certain things. And you have to accept it. See, part of the reason why we're mad and angry is because we refuse to accept certain truths that are about our lives and the people that are in them. You have to accept it and then forgive them. Even in relationships, you thought that your wife or your husband had the capacity to love you, stepped out, they did other things, they hurt you in different ways. They didn't have the capacity. You all separated. You went your way, he went his way. That's that. He didn't have capacity to love you the way you were supposed needed to be loved. Accept that and let it go. You can't change it. Being mad and angry is not going to change the shit. Okay? You as a person, outside of relationships with people at work, people at work don't know you. People at work literally are just people they there to make $1, but they're also bored with their lives and they don't know why the fuck they're there either. So they want to fuck with you and do things. You understand what I'm saying? They're ignorant. You have to see people as being ignorant and don't know no better. You understand what I'm saying? When you see little kids hitting each other, you don't sit up there and grab up somebody, you're a silly ass little kid. No, you tell your kid, that child don't know no better, ain't got no mother. Look at the mama. If the mama's stupid, child is stupid. What do? You distance yourself from people like that. Our problem is that when we get, even with personal things or things as far as our lives are concerned, we get so dissatisfied with life and things, they become bigger than the world. We make everything big until we realize it's real fucking small. Depending on what comes up and sits in our face that we got to deal with. I'm gonna tell you right now, if a loved one is sick, your motherfucking rent and house and mortgage gets to be real small in 2.2 seconds. If it's your mama, your daddy, or one of your children that are fucking ill, you don't give a fuck about rent. You don't give a fuck about a car note. All you care about is that child or that parent being better. Trust me, things get very small when people that you care about are in trouble. This is how you know where your priorities are. You wouldn't give less than a damn. I don't give a fuck about a mortgage. My mom in the hospital. I'll deal with that when I deal with it. But right now, I need to deal with this. Trust me. I learned very fast. I didn't give a fuck about shit for at least 6 months while my mother was sick. I didn't give a fuck. I would tell her, hey, you get it when I get it, bitch. Click. Move it on. I got to deal with what's over here. Y'all let things blow up massively and they don't really even matter. But the things that you really do need to be focused on, which is love. And sometimes love means letting something go. Love means watching somebody go through something painful and realize there's nothing that you can do about it, but wait and see what happens as a result. Unfortunately, that's what the Most High does with us all the time. We make decisions and we do certain things with our lives, and sometimes he has to back up off of us and let us walk down that road and learn that wasn't the right shit to get done. Go to school of hard knocks, get your ass knocked around a couple of bits. You come out that motherfucker smart than a motherfucker. Trust me. I've been there. I've been in the school of hard knocks, got knocked the fuck down, beat the fuck up, knocked across the street, and brought back again, and knocked back across that motherfucker again. And trust me, once I left the school of hard knocks, I was an excellent graduate, dog. I wasn't going back to that motherfucker to save my life, okay? But I had to learn. And sometimes loving somebody means letting them go, even in relationships. You can love somebody, never cheat on them, never hurt them, and they did some fucked up shit to you, and you have to let them go. And you have to let them go knowing that what they did to you will meet them down the road that they're walking very soon. I've had to let many people go like that. I didn't let them go thinking, oh, they're going to do better. They're going to find somebody and be happy and all is going to be well with their life and they're going to be skipping through the forest with their new woman. I always knew better than that. How did I always know better than that? Because once upon a time, I used to be the other bitch. So when you find somebody that wants to cheat and wants to go down that road, let them. Because me being the other bitch on the other side of that story was when that person wanted to act a fool or do something funny or talk shit, oh, I read them they riot act, darling. I let them know how much of no shit they were. I let them know exactly where their ass needed to go back to if they wanted to talk all of that bullshit and that talk. Take your ass back to where you came from, to the bitch that you walking away from, who gonna deal with all of that shit, because I'm not. See, that's the place they're walking. They're walking to somebody that's gonna gut their asses. But you think they're gonna be, oh, you're so happy, they're gonna be happy together. No, they not. They getting ready to get what they gave you times 10, darling. They going right to Sammy's house. Let them. That's where you want to go? Let me give you a parting gift. Because Sammy's going to tighten that ass up real good. Sammy's going to give him a fucking some kind of STD on the way. You understand what I'm saying? For a nice little take-home trip. An unwanted child that's going to cause all kind of, strange financial problems later on down the road. You know what I'm saying? Unwanted things that they didn't expect when they was having a good time over at Big Booty Judy house. You just let them go. And then when they find out all of that shit comes down the road with it, they're going to be wishing they had gone back to the person that they didn't do that to. And you're going to be like, and they're going to come knocking at the door. I'm so sorry. I should have thought about what I was doing when I was doing it. Can you forgive me and take me back? And you're going to have to sit there and say, I don't know. I got to check with my love. And some people may say, I'll let you back under certain conditions. And some people might say, hell no, motherfucker, go back where you came from, bro. I don't got time for that shit. You thought it was green on the other side of the fucking fence. Get your ass back over there. Deal with what's on the other side of the fence. Peace. You understand? You might not have known. Now you know. That's why I say, some people want to leave, let them go. Let them go to Sammy. Because it ain't going to end well. That's how love really is. Sometimes you have to love somebody to let them learn the hard way. The same way the Most High loved us to let us learn the hard way. It ain't easy to watch. It's not easy to sit up there and say goodbye to somebody that you cared greatly for. You listened in our Bible to our brother go off the way he went off. If y'all had to listen to what the Most High said and done his laws, do you understand what he had in line for you, waiting for you? Da 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 da. He was just going like, do you understand how bad you fucked up? How much this thing, how much this entity, this creator loved you so, and you did this. Why would you do this? Do you understand? It's the same fucked up feeling you feel when somebody cheats on you and do you wrong. So a man to sit up there and tell him, when I would have gave you everything you wanted, put my whole life, everything you could imagine, anything you could have asked for at your feet, and this is what you've done to me. This is what you want. This motherfucker right here, this raggedy motherfucker ain't got okay, go. That's what the Most High did with us. I'm taking my hands off of you. Go with Sammy. Go with Sammy, Israelites. Let Sammy fix you. Because he going to fix your ass. And that's exactly what happened to us. He let us go with Sammy. You can't follow my directions? Go with Sammy. And what does Sammy do? What does Sammy do? 400 years of complete motherfucking hell. Do you understand? This is all about love. The whole entire experience. Love. The good and the bad. And all in between that goes with it. We went with Sammy and got our motherfucking ass whooped. We know better than to fuck with Sammy now, don't we? I know better than to fuck with Sammy. Okay? Sammy ain't got nothing for me but more motherfucking problems. Okay? I don't give a fuck how he dress it up, how cute he make it. I ain't got time for that motherfucker and the shit he got going on with him. Sammy takes you into problems and leaves your ass there to figure out how the fuck to get out of them. He tempts you in, and then you say, okay, and then he say, I got me one, and he leaves your ass there. And he did that to every last one of us. He did that to us as a nation. As a nation. It was bad enough we was on punishment, but Sammy came in that motherfucker and really fucked up a lot of us. And that's the reason why many of us told on each other and did all kinds of other things to each other. Do you understand? Yeah, Sammy Esau together is a hell of a pair, baby. And we all know, and including our ancestors know, them two motherfuckers together ain't nothing nice. But 400 years is up. Have we learned anything from this thing called love? Because at the end of the day, our Father loved us enough to let us go and let us come back to him on his own, on our own. He ain't forcing us to come back. He is not forcing us to come back. He said, if you gonna fuck with me, you coming back on your own. And when you come back on your own, I want to know what you learned. I want to see something different with you. You're going to have to change that shit that's in you. I want to know what you're doing. And if you done changed who you truly are, and you really a different motherfucker, you're going to move differently and you're going to do my laws. And doing my laws means you're going to have to love. Are you afraid to love, or you become this hard thing because of the shit that you done learned in Sammy and Esau world? You're going to have to start letting some things go. I told y'all, our parents, lovers, you're going to have to let it go and become a different entity. That's what shadow is all about. It's all about love, baby. It's all about looking at that dark shit and putting it in perspective and understanding why you are here. And being mean and locking yourself off and putting up big gigantic walls of titanium with You know what I'm saying? All kind of barbed wire that electrifies and then lights motherfuckers on fire as soon as they come anywhere near you. That's kind of sick. But some of y'all got that around you as a person. And you wonder why you by yourself. You got a real sick motherfucking barrier around you. I wouldn't fuck with it either. But that's what y'all got around you because you've been hurt so much. Ain't nobody say be stupid. You understand it? It's just cautious about who you bring into your inner circle. But don't be an asshole about it. Many of you all are assholes about it. Don't talk to me. Who the fuck you talk to? Huh? What? Get away from me. Oh, yeah. Hey, it's not that serious. It really is. Not that serious. Some people are over the whole love thing, but you can't be over the whole love thing. Romantic love, that's one thing. If you feel like this trip ain't, hey, it ain't a love trip for you, then it ain't a love trip for you. That don't mean you got to be a jerk. That means that's just not an area you operate in. But I can be a friend. In relationship wise, oh, that part of me shut off. I'm closed for that. But I can be friends. I can be a friendly person. I can hang out. I can laugh. I can do all kinds of other things. But no, I'm not open for that part of my life right now. And not because it makes you uneasy. It's because you made up your mind that that's not something that you want to experience. And that's just that simple. Some people make up their mind. They don't want to experience liquor. They don't drink. They don't walk around saying, I don't drink to everybody. Hi, my name is I don't drink. That's how you doing? Okay. Motherfuckers are nuts. You understand? We don't do all of that. You just say, hey, I'm just here for making friends. That's it. Legitimate friends, not friends with benefits, not friends with certain strange, opportunities and things like that. You understand? I'm just general friend. And that's it. That's how you can live your life if that's what you choose to do. But you're still opening yourself up to care and love other people. If that is what you want to do and what you want to learn how to do. But like I said, sometimes love consists of painful things. And when you think of those things, think of how the Most High deals with us and has dealt with us in the past. And then you can understand there's no harder pain than he's had to go through with us as a nation. I don't give a shit what pain you call yourself going through with love, relationships, and children. The Most High has had to deal with some hellified pain when it came down to us as a nation. From the get, even the people who knew better, he still had to deal with people falling off. And on that note, you guys, I hope you had a wonderful time hanging out with your girl today. At the end of the day, I love all y'all as you are, fucked up and all, just like myself. I hope y'all accept me with my faults, messed up and all, because that's how we gonna have to accept one another. You might not agree. You might not like that I curse all the time. Whatever. That's who Pat is. Accept it, and I'll accept you. But Rodney, get out of that old funky ass Virgo blue funk that you in. Nobody can get you out of that shit but you. You got a better life than you realize, sir. And I will talk to you on Sunday. All right. And everybody else, you all have a wonderful evening. I'll see you all on Friday. Y'all take care.